Welcome to VlogMas Day 17. Only 8 days till Santa. 8 sleeves to go. 8 sleeves till Santa. 8 sleeves till Christmas Day.
Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah. I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
You're just in the kitchen with trying to find Buddy and Holly. What they got then, darling?
Planes 2. Flying Rescue, my planes film.
Is that a plane, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so they've actually given you a treat today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Have a look. What they give you? Yes, have a look. What is it? Yeah. Do you like planes? You like planes, don't you?
Is you got the DVD?
That's a DVD, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. How are we all doing today? Yes, I went off to school. Bless him. Really, really excited. He's got his party this afternoon. He's really, really looking forward to it, which is nice. Something to look forward to. Obviously, he took his chocolate muffins in on Monday because obviously they had to quarantine for 72 hours. So it's just seems silly, really, in one way. Especially when they're in seal packaging anyway. 60 beds on the floor down here. Bless him. Real fight to get him dressed this morning. He was not having any of it. Tried to put his shoes on and he's just just threw himself to the floor the rest of the day, of the morning and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and take him in this afternoon if we can. If we can't, we can't. We're just going to give it a try, things like that. So also waiting for the GP to phone me back regarding this blisters. I can't pronounce the word, but it's the system that helps with your balance and your coordination and that sort of thing. That's the easy way to put it. And obviously reading on the internet yesterday, again, the symptoms fit Ben to the T. Of course, the slightest infection can throw it out. And obviously, just before lockdown, he actually perforated his eardrum and he never did get rechecked. So I don't know if it's healed properly or not. I really don't know. And there's also something called the vestibular migraines, which you can have as well. And that could be another thing he could be having because obviously he's hitting the back of his neck here. It can affect that there. And it's actually brought on by stress and anxiety. And attacks can last up to, I think, up to 72 hours at a time. So might explain the reasons why sometimes he's on the floor, the next is back up again, happy as Larry. So it might not be that. It's just thing to rule out anyway, because obviously we're not getting nowhere anything else. Like I said, we've got cams booked for 11th of January anyway. So I just have to see what he says about it, because the thing is, what's the most scary thing was on Tuesday when he went out for the walk, and it's like when his knees gave way, like he lost his balance. It's like Stephen said, it's like Ben was climbing down some stairs and Ben wasn't, basically. Then this way he fell to the floor, then as he screamed, he fell to the floor and held his head here in his ears. So I don't know if it's anything to do with that. The thing is, he always has had problems with his ears anyway. He did have a blockage. I think it was this ear, I think it was. And they were going to drain it and stuff like that, but it drained itself. So again, makes you wonder if the damages to his ear has always been there, and it's just come in fit and waves and things like that. And it's come this time back with lockdown and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's just another thing to rule out. If it's not, it's not. We just have to go around ticking all the things off and stuff like that. Because again, with Ben, it's really guesswork. So anyway, yes, I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea. I've got to unload the dishwasher, and then obviously get Ben ready then for when he, fingers crossed, he gets to school. So yeah, so this is how Ben's left his bed, totally destroyed it obviously again this morning. Obviously pillows on the floor. He doesn't like pillows or duvets or sheets and stuff like that. There's one particular one he does like, this Toy Story one. That's cotton. These ones here, like the polyester type things, they're quite plastic. He obviously got the sock here. There's almost having the other one. Again, because obviously he's banging his ears and his face and things like that to cushion the blow. We are try some gloves and obviously pull them off. At least with the sock, you put it on that way so you can't get it off. At least some people say it's a bit cruel, but sometimes it's better for his own good. I know, I can't remember if it was Ben or Sammy when they had chicken pox. We're doing exactly the same thing, stopping scratching. He doesn't 100% like it, but then again, it's better for him in a good way, so to speak, because we're worried how much damage it's actually doing. Obviously, I know obviously he's got like a sheet here. Where's his teddy gone? holding his screws steady on the floor. So let's make his bed for him, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, the doctor should be phoning in a bit. So yes, you can see just done Ben's lunch for him. He had a bit of ham, but he's at that. Got some cucumbers, some tomatoes, some Ritz crackers he likes, some pombears. He did have banana as well, which is a bit of apple. We've also got a saxima there as well. Is that nice, Rosita? Obviously, he loves all the pick and mix things like that, wake up himself. And obviously, he did have a drink there, or some orange squash as well. So, Stephenson himself pot noodle. I'm not too quite sure I'm going to do myself yet. Doctor's phoned as well, which is good. We want to see Ben at 2:15, so he's quite worried, especially when I said he's like he's got no weight on his feet. And also, if his bed is too long as well. So, transferred all the footage I've got with videos he took back onto my phone to show him that as well. And hopefully, fingers crossed, Ben might get some answers. Well, might actually get some answers, but might get a couple of ideas what's been going on. Is that nice? You're doing your din-dins? Yes, but that's outside, isn't it? Out there, you've got a brand new 14-foot trampoline, which you haven't even been out on. So yeah, so Stephen's just left to pick Sammy up from school, bless him. I hope we've had a really, really good time, because obviously it's his party and Christmas dinner and stuff to say. So no doubt he'll be full of it when he comes home later on. Anyway, yes, obviously been to the doctors checked his ears are absolutely fine, which is really good. The perforated eardrum is healed really, really well, which is really lovely. There's no blockage either between his ear to his eye. Not his eye, but then with that tube thing down here, because obviously he had that blockage beforehand. She didn't know that was caused a problem or not. It's also reassuring to know that he hasn't got no problem with his balance coordination from that fair blister system, which obviously that's the thing why when I did the workshop on Tuesday, they suggested maybe going to doctors checking that, but no, that's really, really good, reassuring that is. But while we're there, he did actually bang his head here, his ears here, and also the back of his neck, and threw himself to the floor. And the GP said, yep, 100% certain that is anxiety, the way he'd done that. Obviously we need to wait for cams now till 11th of January. It's just ride it out till then. But even the GP reckons once he goes on meds and settles down, he should be fine. Obviously, we're not planning on meds full time. It's just him to get back into routine and things like that. Because obviously, he reckons again, it's definitely lockdown that's caused it. And obviously, And also, what's the thing is, because obviously once he does get put on meds, he's got no issues of prescribing them, or reading the prescription, that sort of thing. Because unfortunately, because he's not 18, he can't actually prescribe them himself. He's got to be done through a psychiatrist, hence which is CAMS. But what is most on about it is, obviously when we spoke to Ben's paediatrician back at the start of some holidays, he but he wanted Ben to go on meds back then. And that's because for pretty long I've been waiting for CAMS. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this time next year we can look back and laugh at ourselves. But anyway, yeah, also they're hoping, obviously, with this vaccine and things like that, things get back to normal by Easter. Let's just hope, hey, next year is a hell of a lot better year for us. So you can see Sammy is home from school, bless him, will come upstairs and play on his PlayStation, didn't you? Yeah. Anyway, how was school?
Very good.
Your Christmas party?
Very good.
Yeah, did you have lots of sweet this afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want much sweet tonight?
No.
No, I bet you don't. Was your Christmas dinner nice?
Yeah.
Did you eat it all?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
And everything.
Yeah. Do you like your stuffing? Do you eat your stuffing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like stuffing. What about your pig in blanket?
Yeah, I tried a little bit.
You tried a little bit, you didn't like it. It's strange. But anyway, at least you had a really good time, didn't you? Which is really, really good.
And it's my pie over and done.
Yeah, so what are you doing tomorrow?
Watching the full film.
What are we watching tomorrow?
The 12 Days of Christmas.
What is it? Oh, that's a movie you've done, isn't it? Obviously, because they normally have a Christmas movie or a Christmas play. Obviously, because things haven't happened. They've all done the movie, haven't you? It's all been its premiere tomorrow, which is really, really good. So you don't want anything for tea? Or you just want a little bit?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Okay, that'll be fine.
Well then, guys, that brings Thursday to a close. And, we went to see Ben's doctor this afternoon. I don't know if Cheryl told you earlier on. Did you mention about it? Yeah, and, checked his ears. His ears are fine. He basically looked through his ear canal, all clear. There's no obstructions or nothing whatsoever. And it's looking like it's like what's the word? psychological.
The words it's mental, and that's what it is. The breakdown, like we've been saying for months.
Yeah, it's a mental breakdown in Ben, and you know, I don't know where to go now from this. It's basically sitting there with his GP this afternoon. It's like he was stumped for what he could do. Basically, Ben showed all the symptoms of what's been going on while he was in the surgery this afternoon, didn't he? And yeah, he stumped himself, you know. We don't know where we're going from this, guys. We've got to still wait until the CAMS thing on January the 11th.
That's if it goes ahead. You tell what you better.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw breaking news coming through that Northern Ireland have joined Wales now from the end of the month to go in another 6-week lockdown. So yeah, a 6-week lockdown from the 28th of December will take us to like third week in February or something like that.
The thing is, lockdowns don't do anything because as soon as you get released from lockdown, the cases rise again. You know?
Yeah, this vaccination thing, it's just not going to work if they don't start vaccinating everybody. In theory, that means everybody up and down the country needs it to stop it spreading. Simple. And that's a lot of effort to be done, and I don't think they can do it, in my opinion. Yeah, you can vaccinate all the elderly, the older people, but you know, you need to vaccinate everybody. Simple as that, isn't it?
One thing he did say was he reckons that it is one thing. Ben's GP did say it is definitely lockdown that's caused it, didn't he? Everything else, that's what he did say. So, and he also said he was very, very annoyed with the Century team, the intensive support team, because who've actually gone down the actual Century processing route when Ben's paediatrician actually said to them, no, it's not, it is definitely anxiety. Thing is, like I said, if he'd been put on meds in the summer holidays like they asked, like he said they needed to, we might not have got this far, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We might not have got all this stress and all this. It's amazing how much it gets you down. It's not good for your mental health, seriously, you know?
Stop. And you wouldn't believe the amount of spots all over Ben's face at the moment. He's got one spot about here where it's got like a bit on the top and you can feel the spots right underneath the skin. It's like you can tell the poor bugger's stressed. He is really, really stressed. And I don't know how to control it. It's as simple as that. What do you do? What do you do with him? You know, after that, what was it, a couple of days ago when I tried to take him just to the little shop just round the corner, coming back, he just lost the plot and went everywhere. I don't know. I really don't. I tell you. We need help, guys, and
We're not getting it.
We're not getting it, and I noticed how they've milked it all the way to Christmas now, and basically we know we're not going to hear nothing now over the next 2 weeks because Christmas and New Year's going to stop it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we have put our formal complaint in against the Northamptonshire Health Authority. We're told to do it, she's done it, and that includes the social worker because again she's been absolutely rubbish, hasn't she?
She's been non-existent. Well, all she's done is gone on the phone calls and
Zoom and things like that. We understand one way. Yes, that concludes the whole Northamptonshire Health Authority. They've actually put a formal complaint in, and we're told to do that. And then we've even told to put a medical negligence claim in. So we're thinking about doing that. If things don't get resolved and something serious happens, that's what we're definitely going to do, aren't we? Because it needs it.
It's gonna have to happen.
I don't
somehow.
care if we get negative comments and stuff down below. People should try and live with it. You know what I mean? It's so hard. It affects your mental health. Seriously.
Yep. And especially when you got a child with autism like Ben, you know, it's not great. Honestly, it's not. You know, this is going to be a Christmas to remember. I'll tell you, in a lot of ways than one. It's his birthday on Monday, and I don't think he knows it is his birthday. It doesn't matter how hard we'll try and celebrate it for him. He's not going to want to know about it, which is quite sad and compared to how things used to be. It's like someone at school yesterday mentioned, oh, you used to be out all the time, you used to be going here, there and everywhere. And if you don't believe us, guys, you know, maybe you should spin yourself back through the playlist and have a look at all our visits we've done over the last couple of years. And I've got loads more which are not even been shown on here. I've always taken them to out places, everywhere. They've been everywhere. I know we haven't flown everywhere, but, you know, that's a different story. But just going around the country, you know, we've been to Weymouth, been to Skegness, Butlins for the last 10 years. Anyway, some guys, someone in the comments down below asked about donations. There is a PayPal link in the description below if you wish to donate to us for the SGFAM for anything, even just something to help Ben for his birthday or something like that. It would help. And yeah, I got rid of Patreon because Patreon was just useless. I didn't want to do that. Anyway, guys, you know, thanks for joining us today. As always, like the video. If you don't, down you go. It doesn't make no difference to us. And as you can hear him now. Comment, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday. Bye, guys.
This is how it's supposed to be, making our Christmas memories.